Hi Pisces, welcome to your April 2020 reading. I actually previously did a voice record reading, but it came out really fuzzy, so I just went ahead and set up the equipment and decided to do a video for you guys. I will still post the recording because it did have important messages for you, but we'll just go ahead and do one over. So I meditate on your sign, and you got the same message. It was you can't build a house off of fear. And I got the image of, I believe it's in the Bible, the parable of a man who built his house on sand and it didn't stand, and then opposed to the man who built his house on concrete and it was firm. So some of you definitely are going through a purge right now with your feelings and clearing out any old traumas, whether recently or in your childhood that could be affecting your current situation. If you're, excuse me, just the lighting a little bit. One moment. There we go. If you have been feeling like you've been kind of getting a lot of bad luck, that could probably be the issue. You still have some unresolved hurt that you need to deal with. And similar to the other message, you need to go, either you're currently going through or you need to go through a purge and go through I got the message, the birth canal, so a rebirth, should I say, so you can cleanse yourself, so you can start fresh, give yourself a fresh start. So I pulled some cards from let me get the name, the Afro Goddess Tarot Arcana deck. Ooh. Excellent. And for the overall energy, and you got 3 cards. You got the first card of 7 of Wands. You got the Moon card, which is a card that represents you all, and you also got the Chariot. So the message from these cards alone, before pulling any of the Rider-Waite, is if you want change to happen, you have to make a stand and know it in your heart and have the determination to make that change. You can no longer sit aside and just wait for the tide or wait for the new moon phase. You have to go about it and make the change, no matter how big or small it is. It could be a small step as to meditating every day, or it can be a huge step as to moving to another state. Which is funny I say that because the Chariot card does represent moving, so some of you could see yourself moving somewhere soon. But you definitely need to I got the message, take charge of your own life, or take charge of your life. Okay. Next, you got 2 major arcanas already out. You got the Star card and Judgment. I know Star represents the sign of Aquarius, and the Judgment, I believe, represents Scorpio and Libra. I have to look into that. But these 2 cards are major arcanas, and I feel this message has to go with along with the overall energies. You've been wanting something, and it's very obtainable. The fact that the Star card is here the fact that the Star card came out means that it's very close. The last step of it, or the last few steps, is up to you. The universe has already laid the course and laid the path, and the opportunities, cleared the road and all the obstacles for you. But now you have to make the choice to move forward and get what you want. The Judgment is here. Some of you, if you're dealing with the court system, or if you're waiting on a judgment, this is a good sign, a good omen, because it lets you know that you're going to get the decision you want in your favor. There may be a delay, especially going on with especially with the pandemic happening right now. There could be a delay, but when the time comes, you will hear that it is in your favor. I believe the number 7 is very significant for you this month too, so be sure to look that up. Let's see what other energies you got. Let me put that up there. The King of Cups. So that has to deal with you. It can also deal with another water sign. This also talks about, like I said, making the decision to find some balance in your life and do some purging and clearing emotionally. I would say psychologically, but I think more so in the the emotional aspect, and having to dig deep and figure out what it is that you need to change and take charge of, and clear out and ask for forgiveness for, or to forgive others for, in order to start seeing some change happen in your favor. You got the Page of Cups and the Seven of Swords. So there may be an offer coming to you. It doesn't have to be necessarily be romantic. Sometimes when people see the Page of Cups, they think of a romantic aspect. This can be an offer of anything, more so just someone coming into your life or coming back into your life, and you may have some suspicion with them, which is, I think it's kind of tied back to what we're talking about with you having some bit of trust issues or some kind of fear or hurt that you've gone through. I would say it's wise to use your discernment, but don't let the past blind your decision. The next three cards you have are heavenly grounded in family. You have the Ten of Pentacles, Major Arcana, the Hierophant, and then the Ten of Cups. So family could be a big thing for you right now. Some of you could have newly or soon be entering into a marriage, and it could deal with what's that term? Like, what is the term when both partners already have kids? Things like mixed family. So your family could be growing significantly. You could be combining your family's area. And some of you could have, like I said, it kind of goes, if you're feeling any fear, it is directly tied to your past. And if you want this situation, I won't say situation, if you want this to work out, you need to confront those issues, resolve them, and move forward. I would recommend, one thing that definitely helps me, one moment, that definitely helps me if I have those kind of feelings, I usually take a piece of paper, write down whatever it is, and burn it, and then release the ashes outside. So if you are having fear issues or trust issues, I would write down, I release all feelings of fear, I release all feelings of I just had a brain fog, I'm sorry. I release all trust issues, all feelings of fear, and so the universe can replace it with love, with honesty, with trustworthiness. I accept loving, honest, trusting people into my life, and then you burn it, and then you release it into the wind and let the universe work that out, because it is something something as simple as that could be very beneficial for you. Next, you have the Six of Cups. So many of you could be dwelling on the past. Like I said, with the combination of this Seven of Swords sitting here, this could be telling me that some of you, again, are dealing with some pulling and tugging within you as to, is this going to work out? Are they coming in with the right intentions? Am I good enough? Are they good enough? That feeling of fear, you have to release that feeling of fear. Like I said, you can't build anything on shaky ground. And up to this point, if you felt like it's been right, then it's right. There should be no doubt in your mind. You have the Five of Wands that came out as well. I don't think this is an external conflict. I think this is definitely inner conflict for you. And this is the universe asking for you to... I keep getting that word purge. You have to do some purging. You have to do some writing. You have to do some crying. You have to do some late night talking to clear any miscommunication. Because, like I said, in the end, that can definitely help you or anybody, your family, your partner, your spouse, anybody around you. out, this could really help your relationship, and this could, you can definitely see the positive change in your life. I'll pull a couple more cards. Lastly, you got the Ace of Wands, the Ten of Swords, and the Four of Swords. So yeah, you've been wanting a new positive change, a new fire, a new passion in your life, and you'll definitely get it. With that Ten of Swords being here, you're ready for the old to end and the new to begin. Some of you have been stalling, waiting on a sign from the universe, and I can tell you right now, if you're listening to this, this is a sign. This is a sign for you to take charge, make the change, and do what you have to do moving forward to get what you want out of life. I think I'll pull a couple more cards. You got the Hermit card, and you could be dealing with a Virgo. Let's see, what other messages do you have for Pisces for April 2020? Take that one. Three of Swords. So, I love when these two cards come out together real quick. The Hermit and the Star card, because it came to my attention that the Hermit card, like I said, it represents the sign of Virgo, but when it comes up, it usually means that it requires you a moment, it requires a time for you to go within, reflect on yourself, on your past, on your current ideology, on your current feelings, everything. And it says, what do I have to do to get that star that I'm holding? Because the star in the lantern is the same star in the Star card. So what you want, that thing you've been hoping for, is right in front of you, but you have to go through the process of the Hermit. And it's so beautiful because I'm doing the sign for Pisces right now, and the polar opposite of Pisces is Virgo. So you have to go through those 6 degrees, those 6 signs, that process to get what you want. So it's right across from you. You have to do this inner working, this inner purging, this inner praying and meditating, and you have to be honest with yourself. Because sometimes, to be honest, the hurt that we feel didn't necessarily come from others. It came from ourselves. We hurt ourselves so much that we twist it to where we think it's others. With this Three of Swords coming up, we could say that I'm not even going to say it could be a heartbreak. I don't think it's a current heartbreak or what you may be feeling now. I think it's a past pain in your life that you've held on to. And you may not even realize you've been holding on to it, but you have, and it's kind of it's a bit of baggage that has been holding you back from reaching your full potential. This doesn't necessarily have to be in the love department. This can be, like I said, fear in childhood, fear in friendships, fear in within family, whatever. Another message I get from you guys: if anybody during this time is going through, if they're going through some depression issues, I really would suggest you reach out and talk to any friends or family. There are a ton of resources online. I believe there is there are actually multiple hotlines where you can talk to someone. Because I do understand this is a hard time for many people who live alone and people who live with family and who suffer from depression. And since we're not really getting out, getting active, you have to face that. So any way you can get help, be sure to find all the possible resources you can to find the solution for you. But yeah, praying and meditating is very beneficial now, but at some point you're going to have to do the hard work of actually communicating and talking it through, writing it down, like I said, crying it through. So if you're dealing with someone who is a Pisces and it may feel like it's been kind of off for them, be sure to reach out with them to see how you can help them. But they're going to have to go through this process themselves. But at the end of the day, it's going to work out. You're getting your star card here. And many of you, if you are questioning a relationship, you have the 10 of Pentacles, you have the Hierophant, you have the 10 of Cups, you have the 6 of Cups here. So you're definitely getting that bliss you need. It's not that you're stuck. It's not that you were dealt a bad deck or a bad hand. It's just that you need to do the work to make this life the most you can, the life you wanted. Okay, that was short and sweet. I really hope that helped you guys, Pisces, and I look forward to meeting you here May and doing your 2020 reading. Be sure to stay safe out there and be sure to like, subscribe, and comment below. Bye.